Hey Jenna, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks.
Are you a dog owner or are you a dog walker, a dog trainer?
Yeah, I'm a dog owner and a dog walker, but I also do training for my clients.
Fantastic.
My dog walking clients.
And do you have a name for your business?
Yep, it's Big Hairy Paws.
Big Hairy Paws,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
So-
Where can we find Big Hairy Paws?
We're in Bishopbriggs, Glasgow.
Bishop Briggs, right, so
Yeah.
you're kind of quite local to here,
Yep.
roughly, right?
Just a wee 10-minute drive.
Do you find dogs in Glasgow are different than dogs in Edinburgh?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, better,
I think
worse?
So.
We'll not answer that. So doing dog walking, how long have you been dog walking for?
This will be my 9th year.
Oh my God, you've been doing it for ages then?
Yeah, a long time.
My gosh, how many dogs have you seen come and go then?
Oh,
Donkeys, right?
well, I've got like 30 in just now.
My gosh, really?
Over the years, probably about that each year.
So with dog walking being something that you're really into, obviously, right? And there's discussion in Parliament about possibly bringing in requirements for certain qualifications, for certain insurances, for certain legislations.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, at the minute, if you want to be a dog walker, you need certain insurance, right?
You need dog walkers insurance. Well, that's all you need legally. All you have to have is dog walkers insurance.
Yes.
But I think that you should have public liability insurance and
Okay.
at bare minimum a first aid qualification as well.
That would make sense,
Yeah,
right?
I feel like you should also have to know a little bit more about dog behaviour, but it's not a requirement at the moment.
So do you feel that that's something that we should rely on people to educate themselves on, as many people do, or do you think there should be some sort of government mandated minimum requirement
For professional
dog walking?
Oh, for professional dog walking, yeah, I would probably say the government should do something about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say so.
Do you have any
I feel like
suggestions?
there's too many people just now starting up and they know nothing about animals. It's just because they think it's quick money.
Yeah.
But the welfare of the dogs doesn't come into it.
I think often people do put profit before pets.
Yeah.
I know it's possible to make a tremendous sum of money through dog walking if you really go for the business first, right?
Yeah.
Is there something you do or you would recommend other people do to really put their pets before profit?
I would say do what's in the best interest of the dog. Like I've got a couple of dogs who I've taken out on walks who just did not enjoy it. Like they don't enjoy being in a pack environment. So I would say not to take them out, but I know a couple of owners who would choose to send their dogs out anyway because they don't want to walk the dog.
I see.
And I think that becomes a different issue where they're not understanding the basic needs of the animal.
Understanding their dog,
Yeah.
right? If you were to look at most people on the street, at a guess, how educated do you feel the average pet owner would be?
Not very.
Not very?
No, I feel people, they see a dog that they like the look of and they go out and they buy it without doing any prior research.
Yeah.
Which it usually goes down pretty badly.
There's a bit of a theme of that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Sometimes buying dogs for how they look. I think maybe this is my opinion, maybe I'm wrong. I think a lot of people when they buy dogs, they buy their expectation of what their dog's going to be like. Do you think that can lead to problems?
Yeah, I think that's the main cause of problems,
Okay.
is buying a dog and not fulfilling its genetic needs.
Right.
Like if you want a dog to be a companion, then go and buy a Cavalier King Charles. Or,
Yeah.
don't go out and buy a Mally.
Yeah. He cuddles really well, but oh my God, you have to work for the cuddles.
Exactly, yeah. So, and I feel like most people, they go out and they buy a dog because, he looks beautiful,
Yes.
but they don't realise the work that needs put into
Yeah.
it, and then that's where the problems come up. Because
So, if someone's at home right now and they're thinking to themselves, "My God, I love my dog, but they are more than I expected," is there something you could recommend other than just training that they could do with that dog to maybe help out?
yeah, of course, I would recommend doing a sport with them or some sort of work. There's loads of different ones you could try for like breeds like Shepherds. There's things like PSA, Schutzhund, IPG. And then for other breeds, if you've got bull breeds, for example, you could do something like GRC.
Yeah.
Collies, you've got things, you could take them herding, you could do flyball. Retrievers, there's plenty of retrieving sports.
Yep.
Like there's a multitude of things to choose from out there, but people just don't bother to consider it. They just don't look for it. And then the dog, I feel that's where a lot of the problems come in because the dog's general needs aren't being met. Whereas if you took the dog out, say you've got a golden retriever, take it out, do some retrieving with it, do some ball games, even throwing it in the water. That dog will come back out and it'll be fulfilled and happy, and it'll come home and it'll relax and it'll go to sleep. Whereas if you have one and you don't do any of that work with it, it might bark at everyone walking past the windows. It might be on its feet all day in the house and just not settle, and then you might get some other behavioural problems that come from it as well.
What do you put that down to?
Lack of knowledge on the owner's part.
Okay. If someone's sitting at home and they're thinking, should I maybe get into a dog sport? Is that something for me? They look quite serious. Some of them can look quite scary.
Yeah, they do look. Some of them can look serious, but it's all fun when you get there. Like, don't get me wrong, there are people who like to compete and take it really seriously, but you don't have to be that person. You can just take your dog out and have fun with it.
Yes.
That's what I do with my own dogs. We don't compete as such. We just go to the clubs and we have fun and we get some genetic fulfillment. Yeah. And then we go back home and we have a nap and our dinner.
Fantastic.
But there's no stress involved.
Yes.
We just go out and have fun.
It's a fun way for everyone to get involved with the dog as well, right?
And it's great fun playing with your dog. Like, you have Amali, for example. I'd imagine he likes to bite. So
yes, he does. Yeah.
And you can play with your dog, have a great time.
Yeah. He's actually got a spring pole in the back garden that he uses.
And that's an option for people who aren't physically able as well. Like, there's always a way around it.
Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways that even without going and spending the time commitment or even maybe a club membership and the cost of that, there's a lot of stuff that you can get online.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Right. We have a recaller challenge. Would you like to see what number you can get to?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, go on. Let me get it out.
Is it going on my wrist or on my neck?
You can put it where you want. Most people put it on the wrist because the wrist is more like a dog's neck.
Wrist it is.
Okay, it's already turned on. Don't worry, there'll be no surprise taps. Okay, now the highest score we've had so far is 60. Other than mine, I can fall asleep with this thing at 127. Okay, now, do you use an e-collar with your dog?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
And what kind of level would they typically be at for getting their attention?
Normally about an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what brand you use?
I use the Doctra.
Doctra as well?
Doctra
Excellent,
Arc,
yeah. Just on that, do you think it's important to get particular e-collars or a particular brand?
I wouldn't say so. I've also used the Mini Educator, but I lost a receiver, so I decided I would try the Doctra. But it's because I've got 2 dogs, so I use the dual system.
Oh, yeah.
So I just, because I'd lost one of them, I just tried the other one.
And just to see, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, we're going to try an 8. Okay, tell me if you see anything or feel anything.
No, I can't. No.
Feel it? Nothing at all? No. I'm going to try it again.
Yeah, on you go.
Sure?
Yeah.
Again? No, nothing?
No, I'm not feeling
it. What number should we go to next? This goes to 127.
Try 12.
Well, let's go for 12. I'm trying to be precise. That was 13. That's 11. There's 12. Okay.
Okay. I still don't feel that.
Do you feel it? No?
No.
Should we try 20?
Yeah, on you go, yeah. You're making me think I've got this on tour listener for my own dogs.
And it is actually, just show the camera if you can.
Yeah,
it is actually,
it's touching me, definitely.
That's actually got the contact pad, so there's 6 electrodes on that. So you definitely get touch and it's more comfortable wear. Let's try 20, okay? Ready? Click.
Oh yeah, I felt that.
Felt that. How did that feel?
It wasn't sore, it just
like a surprise, almost,
right? I just
right?
got a shock. I'd be surprised.
Would you like to try it one more time? Now that you know what it feels like?
Let's go again.
Okay, and click.
Oh, right, now that I felt it again, it just felt like a needle prick.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. Right, do it again.
Okay, third time.
Oh no, that's nothing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, okay.
That's really interesting to watch, right? The first time you did that, you were like, "Oh my god, it's a surprise!"
Yeah.
And then the third time, you were like,
I was laughing.
"That's nothing." You're laughing. That's interesting, isn't it?
Could we try going? Never mind. I was going to ask if we can try going higher just to see, but
I'm going to put you to 30 because I feel that's a sensible step up.
Okay.
You're going to feel it's like exactly the same thing. In fact, that feeling is what you feel all the way to 127. The muscle just moves more.
Okay.
Try 30.
Oh yeah, I felt that one.
You felt that one a bit more.
Well, that made my arm move.
Did it?
Yeah.
Would you like to try again? No. Okay. No. 30's quite a lot.
30's fine.
30. You've used Doctra. If your dog needed to get tapped on a 30, what kind of situation might that be?
That would be if they ran away in front of if they're going to run in front of a car. I would use it as an emergency.
Something serious like an emergency, yeah.
But I don't tend to use the e-collar for my own dogs. I've just got it on as a security.
Yeah.
I don't have to use it all the time because they have been trained to it.
Yeah.
And they know recall.
Yeah.
So it's not something that I rely on all the time. So that's why we don't use it too often. But
perfect.
Yeah, that's
there
great.
We go. Lovely. That's quite a bulky one, by the way. I think it's got like a mile range.
I think that's the one I've got.
He's. I need the extra range on it because Dax works out in forests and over hills and things. So he literally has to be like half a mile away, and I have to be like, "Buddy, come!" And he goes, "Okay." He turns around, and runs back.
Yeah.
Jenna, thank you so much.
No, you're welcome.
If anyone wants to find your business, where can they find you?
They can find me on Facebook or Instagram.
Facebook or Instagram, and what do they search for?
Big Hairy Paws.
Big Hairy Paws. Fantastic, Jenna. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, mate.